It's an incredible morning this morning after we've had the royal wedding before. And, well, in Australia the royal wedding was the night before because we're ahead. Did you watch? Wasn't it beautiful? And we'll just remove the cat from the scenery. There you go. It's amazing that we get the privilege to share in such a special occasion, and the pastor who spoke at the wedding for about 13 minutes, I believe, Pastor Michael Curry, he was very, very inspiring about the power of love. And he certainly inspired my heart, and some of the media outlets have actually commented about how some of the Brits were a bit uncomfortable with all the passion and verve and just pure, unadulterated love that came straight out of his heart and into the congregation. So it actually inspired me to talk about the power of love today. Now, you might ask why. Well, it's Sunday and it's the most beautiful day, and I could think of nothing better than to talk about the power of love and the practicalities in our day-to-day life. And how it can move mountains in our life, it can move mountains in our heart and soul. And on top of that, I'm Linda, and I'm here to inspire you to take charge and change the generations that come after us. That the buck stops with us, we're responsible, and we can do this. With the internet, we have the equipping to do this in this day and age. So the meaning of love, a strong feeling of affection. Have you ever heard such a meaning that just wasn't inspirational at all? And then the flip side is, when you think about love and about love coming into your life or giving love out from your life, does it just feel like a strong affection? No, it feels like a moving force, and that's because it should be, okay? Love is an action word, a doing word. Do you remember learning that at school? That a verb is a doing word. And I think back to those days, and when we go through school and when they teach you to say it's a doing word, and I used to think, yeah, but what do I do? What is it that you want me to do? I am so logical sometimes it can be probably drive people nuts, but nevertheless, when love is used in our life, it can be very, very powerful to enact change, not just within ourselves, but those around us. And so we can use the word, but we've actually got to put it into action for it to impact, to have meaning, to change generations that come after us, to change life for ourselves, for our children, because there's plenty of information running around the internet about toxicity, dysfunctional families, and we've either know them or were raised by them. But we are the ones that need to take charge. So, I love you and I will take action. I love you and I will take action. I love you enough that I will not sit down and do nothing. I will think about how I can love you, and I will communicate. I will communicate I love you, but I will also communicate what I need. I will communicate what I see, I think you need, but I also need you to communicate, to love me and communicate with me. I raise my kids this way. I love you. There's something wrong. And we need to find ways to communicate about what's happening for you. My eldest Joshua will tell you I'm pretty stubborn when it comes to communication, as in he's actually taller than me, and he became taller than me as an adult. As a teenager. And we were standing in front of his doorway, and both of us this is how it is. And I said to him, I can see that you're unhappy, that you're really angry, and he wouldn't talk. And so sometimes I love you means I will communicate that I see what's happening for you even when you won't admit it, okay? I love you. And I will self-reflect. I will go away from this situation, and I will see how I can incorporate more love into my actions, into my words, into what I show you, and how I am an example for you of more love. Okay? I love you, and I will listen more than I talk. I have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and I will exercise them as such. I know when I personally get on my high horse and I can see something and I'm passionate about it and I'm driven, I talk and I talk and I talk because I do. I just feel so passionate about it. And when I feel so passionate, it's actually going to give me time to self-reflect and think, well, what can I do? I'm going to ask that question. What can I do? What's my part in this to help change this situation? Okay? Where do I need to take responsibility so I can be the pivotal point that changes the situation as well? Okay? I love you, and I will have boundaries. I will not tolerate being spoken to with disrespect. I will not tolerate people around me speaking about me in my face disrespectfully. I love my children enough to teach them that you do not speak to me in that manner. We can have a conversation, absolutely, right there with you. But I will not tolerate you speaking to me in that manner. We're here to love each other, not kill each other. Even though sometimes we feel like it. No, I joke. It's not funny maybe in America, but we Aussies have this. We just have a different sense of humour. We'll leave it with that. But my kids and I can now laugh about the times when we felt like independently we wanted to throttle each other, but we know that no matter what, no matter how hard it is, no matter how cranky we are in this moment, we're going to sit here, we're going to soften our hearts, we're going to feel the pain, and we're going to talk to each other and get through this so that we build a stronger relationship. Now, if you've got somebody who will not sit with you and will not communicate and will not build that relationship, they're actually making a choice. They might not be verbal about it, but they're making a choice. They're making a decision without even being conscious that they're making a decision not to communicate. Okay? Sometimes we do have to give people space, but here's the thing. We've got to communicate that as well. I taught my kids to say, Mum, I need time out. Okay, cool. As long as I know, I'll leave you alone. It's good, this stuff, okay? It builds good, healthy relationships. And it allows us as parents to know where our kids are at all the way through teenage years. Good things. I love you, and I will respect your decisions, even those decisions you're making and you're not conscious about, okay? I think one of the hardest things when you're dealing with narcissistic people is they are not... I can't think of the exact right word because I'm too excited and passionate about everything. But they don't actually want to make a decision, a conscious decision. They don't want to make a commitment because they're too busy trying to work out all the ins and outs to manipulate you. Okay? So by default, they make decisions. Okay? They make decisions not to communicate. Therefore, you're leaving me with the responsibility to make a decision on my own as to what needs to happen. And I will research every aspect of everything I have to do, even though you're making a conscious decision not to make, an unconscious decision not to make a decision, or a conscious decision not to make a decision. Sometimes people abstain from making decisions because they just aren't in the space where they want to have the courage to speak up and make a decision. They're scared. You know, if they make a decision and it goes wrong, look, who cares if the decision goes wrong? Let's make a decision together and work it out as we go along. It's hard to speak up? Absolutely. But what choice do you have? Sit here and not speak up and have another year of the same? Okay? And if you've got children, you've got precious time with them to make a positive influence. Weigh up your pros and cons. So I love you and I will take action, because that's what love is. It's all about taking action. Okay? I hope that helps inspire you this week to take some action. Okay? I want to wish you an absolutely glorious week taking action. And I will be with you possibly later on this afternoon. And I will also be with you same time, same back channel, tomorrow. And care enough about people in your community to share this, not because of me. Care enough about people that you want to share information that will inspire them to make change for the generations that come after us. And this is why we're all together in Gen Life Tribe, because we want to change the generations. We want to change life with love for all the generations that come after us. Okay, blessings and dreams, and bye for now.